Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and please do remember, if you do not like what we say, how we say it, or why we say it, then please do feel free to click off this video and go about the rest of your day in peace. And so I'm once again joined by my Piscean twin for this reading, and the topic for this reading is going to be how to manifest your psychic abilities. What sort of work do you need to do? We might get a little bit of information about like more on your psychic abilities. This is almost kind of like a part 2 to a video that we did together a while back on my channel about what were, your witchy powers, your psychic gifts. So this is kind of like a part 2. So with that said, let me go ahead and introduce the piles that we have here. So for pile 1, we have the labradorite with this particular pin. Then we have pile 2 with the amethyst sphere with this zodiac pin. And then for pile 3, we have smoky quartz with this pin. So go ahead and take as much time as you need to meditate on the cards, use your intuition, connect with your intuition through meditation, using a pendulum, using your own body as a pendulum, whatever works for you. And again, remember that these are general readings, and so not every card and not every message is going to resonate for you personally. So again, apply it how you will, how it manifests for you, and how it resonates for you on a personal level. So with that said, we will see you at your pile selection. All right, for those of you who picked pile 1 with the labradorite, and please do remember, if you hear more than one voice, that's because I'm joined by my Pisces twin. And so let's go ahead and lay out all of your cards and see what we got here. So we have Isa with stillness, pause, and delicacy, card 17. We also have Mother Earth. We have the 9 of Cups. We also have Samhain with death. Samhain. I can never say it right the first time. We have the Heart Portal, so receptivity, generosity, mistrusting. We also have Orca Magic with the Akashic Libraries open. We have Dragon, Gazelle, also Energy, and Wisdom. So, interesting.
Well, the heart chakra is really important with this pile, clearly, okay? And then you have that, what is that, 9 of Cups?
9 of Cups.
I really feel like empathic, definitely, intuitive. The ability to, like, when you love somebody or something, it's incredibly, it has a massive effect on somebody. Very powerful love energy. So like maybe a healer.
For you guys to manifest your psychic ability is going to be really important. Your mental mindscape, if you think positive, then, and you think about manifesting your abilities in the correct way and like bringing them out, then it's going to happen. But if you think in the negative, the opposite will happen. I feel like you have a very sensitive, hypersensitive kind of ability about you. You have a lot of energy. Again, your heart chakra is going to be extremely important in this regard. And you're going to go through a lot of different transformations with your own personal powers.
That's amazing that you say that, because with this card number 17 right here, it's kind of like, which is kind of fascinating because you have that's a hangman pin, right, Sierra?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the hangman. So this card kind of reminds me of the hangman and the hermit kind of rolled into one, basically, because it's literally talking about in a situation where you seem to have no control, no power, you are learning the most valuable form of power there is, self-mastery. You pause with dignity and strength, and simply by doing this, you create the right conditions for the right change. This time will ultimately bring great peace, wisdom, and choices that enrich your life, others' lives, and healing of the world. And it's talking about you are as still as a chrysalis hanging seemingly static from a branch, fragile and mysterious. Like the chrysalis, you will do nothing at all, except become yourself. Your transformation is being worked invisibly on the inside. And when the time is right, you will share it with the world.
So I also feel like for you guys, meditation is going to be important because it's going to be a way for you to connect to the Akashic libraries, because that is going to be, I think, something significant for you, since we have the Orca magic here, which let me go ahead and delve a little bit more into that particular card. That is card 43. And so with this card, it's really talking about, the whales are a key to unlocking the mysteries of the past history of the planet, including the times of Lemuria and Atlantis, and of the off-planet origins of some life on this planet. When this card comes to you, you're been given a strong message that you are the keeper of galactic mysteries, and you have a strong star person connection. Star people are connected to the growing need to connect to the galactic web, which we are a vital part of. In order to receive their message, you must allow yourself to hear their song and learn more of the ancient times. When this card appears, it's time to take yourself outside and gaze up into the night sky. Learn about the constellations you can view from your home. Tune into the world beyond this world and ask that they connect with you in healthful ways. Listen to the whale song also can help to heal any physical ailments you have. Simply listening to a recording of their song can be healing for you at this time. Whales also can assist with intergalactic travel without physically leaving the planet. Seal and repair any wounds or tears in your energy field. We have energy card right here, and return you to parts of your soul that you may be unaware of or even missing. So clearly, a lot of you who are attracted to this particular pile are star seeds, and so that's a part of where your psychic abilities lie. Obviously, you guys need to research more about ancient times, ancient practices, I feel like, as well as, learning more about the stars, the significance of the stars, constellations, going outside more at night. And
was it talking about being at home doing this? Because this card is all about making your home a peaceful, serene place, and create a better, more nurturing home life.
Learn about the constellations you can view from your home.
Yeah, so part of transformation and being comfortable in our own skin and all that kind of stuff. And it takes, like, home is where the heart is. So this is kind of like a reminder to make sure that your home and your surroundings and everything within it is peaceful, regularly cleansed, that you ground yourself in your home. Your home is like a grounding place. Also, it could be a nod to make sure that you're spending more time out in nature, connecting to Mother Earth that way. During the winter months, or if you live in an area where it's too cold to be outdoors, you want to bring some of Mother Earth inside. You just want to make sure that your home and all its surroundings are a very peaceful, serene place. So no matter what you deal with in the world, when you go out into the world and whatnot, when you come home, you have that sense of peace, that peace of mind. Create, your own little sacred space to where you can work, with your abilities, your powers, magic,
an altar would
manifestations. Be good. Yeah, exactly. So, and even if you live in a house or something where you can, or even an apartment, if you have like a balcony where you get some privacy or something, you can create an outdoor altar as well.
And also, again, this card was talking about, actually listening to recordings of like whale songs. So that might be something for a few of you to connect with. Maybe music in general is a way to engage with your particular abilities or to unlock that knowledge. I feel like you guys are a group that have a lot more abilities than what you're aware of, that are like hidden, that you haven't unlocked yet. And again, that requires you to delve into the Akashic libraries for yourself, diving into more of your past lives. So maybe going through like past life regression is going to be a way for you to unlock your abilities more, to manifest them. Again, working with energy. We'll get more into those cards in a second, but I wanted to talk about the death card a little bit here because it's talking about let go of old patterns and behaviors. Take a risk. Fear is preventing your freedom. Embrace your croning years and step into your wisdom.
Oh my gosh.
And so a death changes your outlook. So for you guys, you need to release some old baggage
And that's kind of funny because this card is all about healing wounds in your heart and moving beyond, limitation when it comes to unconditional love and loving yourself, self-acceptance, self-love. That perhaps you've been through a challenging thing, episode with somebody else. You've been hurt, have been withholding your love. It's time to release the pain and open up to love again. Allow yourself to overflow with unconditional divine love. Allow others that are supportive of you into your heart.
And so the companion crystals with this particular card are
Rose quartz,
and rhodonite. I definitely feel like some of you, based on some experiences you've had in the past, maybe when you've tried to share information about your abilities or what you've experienced from like a young age or at whatever point in time, people were very dismissive of it, or even like attacking you, calling you crazy, or whatever it may be, and that really made you mistrusting and not wanting to open up and wanting to hide that aspect of yourself. And now it's time, if you want to engage with your abilities and awaken them again, you have to let that crap go. And you need to trust yourself again. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. If you believe it and you know it to be true, then that's what matters.
Right. What cracks me up is this is, number 13. And in tarot, the death card is number 13.
So next up, I'm going to talk about the gazelle here. So with the gazelle, this is a fire element, and this is talking about heightened awareness and ability, vulnerable. The gazelle represents supreme grace with every move. This awe-inspiring beauty emits sophistication and elegance. Gazelle personalities are often hyper-aware of their surroundings, bordering on hyper-vigilant. And this can inhibit them from enjoying the beauty they've spent so much effort cultivating. That's why, that message about your home is coming up. You need to make sure that space is something perfectly
and I said empathic at the beginning and very intuitive. So
that goes into your abilities. And so you need to be aware of your environment, how your environment affects you and your abilities. So with this saying, it's like, no more worrying about all those predators out there in the wild. When this card appears, it's time to get back to the present moment. Sit down, find your breath, and acknowledge the bounty that surrounds you. Let it nourish your gentle spirit. So when this energy is in balance, it's talking about being graceful, perceptive, and artistic. So maybe, an art practice of some sort would also be very good for you guys. And then when it's out of balance, if this resonates, food allergies, insomnia, and racing mind. So how to bring it back into balance, and this is a good way for you guys to possibly engage and unlock your psychic abilities, is through yin yoga, a cozy home, and good food. So be very, again, because you're hypersensitive. Your body's hypersensitive, your abilities are hypersensitive. So it's like every little thing you surround yourself and you consume is going to affect that. So pay a lot of attention to if there's a lot of fluoride in your water or your toothpaste, or, are you eating junk food? Are you eating whole foods? It's like, what are you doing? Your body is a part of how you engage with your energy and your abilities.
And this is very typical of starseeds because we're usually very, very hypersensitive. Like we have weird medical things that doctors can't figure out. We'll have strange pains, strange illnesses, have extraordinary intense pain, go get a CT scan, can't figure out what it's causing it because there's nothing showing up. I mean, it's just like freakishly weird shit like that.
So also with this energy card present, it's talking about you may feel tired, lethargic, as if a spiritual or physical, how do you say this word?
Word.
I can never say this word right. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Is upon you like a cloak of leaden gray. By casting this spell, you're giving yourself and the universe permission to reconnect and for new energy to flow into your life and into your soul's journey in magical new ways. So obviously that resonates to the message that my twin was saying, that you guys are very strongly possibly empaths, so energy really affects you. And so if you start to feel extremely lethargic, or you feel tired, however that feeling is, that is a signal. That's your body signaling you that you have energetically drained yourself, or you've been connected to something that is draining.
Like a vampire.
And it's time for you to cut ties and recharge yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and show this particular spell on screen for you guys. So if you guys want to take part and do this energy spell, this is, again, another way that you can connect with your particular abilities and to cleanse yourself. And then next up, we have also the Wisdom card. So with the Wisdom card, it's talking about, use this spell, or if this spell is chosen, you may be searching for insight into a particular situation, or maybe you would like to be altogether wiser in your life. If so, you are already aware that you may have more to ponder than meets the eye in this situation. Use this spell to help you act in the best interests of your inner magical and instinctual self. You are wise. You simply need to be able to channel your wisdom consciously, and this magical spell will help you to do that every day of your life. Remember, you may already know what the wisest path is. Perhaps, just perhaps, this spell can confirm this for you. So here is this particular spell, and it's really interesting because it's talking about working it on a Wednesday and with the waxing moon. So the waxing moon phase might be very important for you guys who picked this particular pile. So that is the spell. And so, oh, dragon. I almost forgot about the...
I'm like, what about the dragon?
What about the dragon? I almost forgot about the dragon. But the dragon is a really important one here because it's seeing one's most true self and balancing the ego. So the dragon sees everything. Its essence has been with us since before our first breath and will be there at our last. It watches us navigate the external world as well as our inner world. When dragon energy is awakened, we are courageous, visionary, and can easily drop into witness consciousness. It is almost as if we're traveling with a great friend inside of ourselves. When we look in the mirror, deep into our eyes, we may even glimpse the self behind the self, the one who is watching us. This is the power of the dragon, breathing transformative fire into every cell of our bodies. And it's interesting because this is transformative energy, and you also have death. So again, a lot of transformation that you guys need to go through. And so, witnessing this opulent energy, even for a brief moment, helps us surrender and let go. We let the dragon guide us. We hop onto its back for a ride, and as we traverse even the most difficult terrain, the dragon's eyes sees beauty everywhere. And that's a similar message here, or the importance of being able to see the beauty in the moment. This is something that this card was talking about struggling with.
I pick up on something too.
So it is said that if a yogi does not see beauty in the world, their Agni is dim. Agni is described as inner fire or sacred intelligence. May even just the mention of the dragon stir the embers of intelligence within you. And that's really interesting because you have the wisdom card.
So also what I'm getting off this is that part of your abilities is the ability to adapt and transform. Some people don't get that. That is like, because it was talking about the butterfly and the chrysalis and stuff like that with this. I really feel like that you have that ability. It might be overwhelming for a moment, but if you retreat and you go, within your peaceful freaking surroundings, you definitely can adapt. I feel like that, and that is that's a talent to be able to adapt to change and stuff like that. I feel like for some of you, definitely that is an actual ability and a talent. You have mutable energy about you. So definitely I feel like I'm picking up water signs, like any mutable. So that's mutable. Gemini, Pisces, Virgo, and Sagittarius. So
I also feel like, and along with that line, it's like we have the image of the octopus here for the 9 of Cups. And the octopus, it's interesting because this card, when I think of the octopus and then the wisdom card, they're extremely intelligent.
Yep.
They're also very otherworldly, and goes back to that starseed idea. We also have the moon present there as well. The circle imagery is very important here as well. So going through different cycles, adapting to different cycles. And yeah, again, I'm getting the sense that you guys have many different abilities that you can tap into. Like you're, again, like a tentacle in every cup kind of thing. But how... God damn it.
Oh,
that choice of wording. Anyway, and I feel like that's because you guys have, a lot of you are very old souls and you have gone through many different incarnations because you have a lot of wisdom that you've held on to from multiple lifetimes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know, you're just gonna
I'm just
keep...
like on the hentai kick all of a sudden now.
Oh, man.
Well, there's a full moon right there, too.
Yeah.
You have like a lot of moon.
Again, a lot of circle imagery is here. I definitely feel like a lot of you who picked this pile, it's like your abilities are kind of in a state of sleeping right now, which is part of the reason why you even picked on this particular video.
Yeah, that's what this was about.
And or again, everything that we've said so far are ways for you to engage with this. It's like you need to go through a moment where you, again, like shake off the ice and stop stalling and get back into it. Because again, that makes me just think of the rune, Isa, which is ice. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so...
I love that artwork. It's so
it's
beautiful.
really pretty.
That's all I'm getting.
Yeah, that is all I'm getting at too.
That's all about.
That's it.
Okay.
So I hope that this reading resonated. If it did, please do leave a like on this video. Comment down below what you thought about it. Did it make sense? How did it resonate? And make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notification if you do not want to miss any future videos. And if you would like to help and support the channel in any way, there's always links down below to my Instagram, to Patreon, Ko-fi, all that good stuff, as well as how to book a personal reading with me or me and my Pisces twins. So thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. All right, for those of you who picked pile 2 with the amethyst and, of course, the zodiac pin, please do remember if you hear more than one voice, that's because I'm joined by my Pisces twin. So let's go ahead and pull out all of your cards here. So we have Salut with vitality, health, and energy. We also have Dark Enchantment. Oh, wow. We also have the Ace of Pentacles. We have Forgiveness. Redemption, Rebirth, and Regeneration. We have the Cauldron with Containment. We also have Deep Dark Sea Mermaid.
Dark and dark.
Yeah.
You guys are dark.
Find solutions in the unknown places in the darkness. We also have Unicorn.
Oh my God.
I love the unicorn energy. We also have the bear. And we have magical powers. If that's not confirmation that you do have abilities, then there you go. And we also have abundance. And look at all that purple right there.
Jeez.
So interesting so far. The groups have always had a magical creature in each one of their piles. So with that, let's go ahead and talk about this group here. So,
well, for this one right here, it's talking about radiating strength, energy, exuberance, and life force. The kind that emanates from within, giving you an energetic force field that others respond to, but within which you dwell radiant and well. So I feel like you have like an incredible like aura about you, and other people can definitely pick up on that. And you know, I feel like you have the ability to control that. It doesn't mean that's what you're doing right now, but you have this ability to block negativity for sure, because of what's going on. It's also, this is a warning about taking your well-being seriously, to connect deeply and respectfully within the body, to reshape it, reclaim it from all the cultural biases and all the voyeuristic judgments we are all subject to. It's a time to develop support networks where your mind is valued and healthy relationships are nurtured, developed, and sustained. You must also do the work, sweat, and discover just what you are capable of. Be sure to also change your nutrients, enhance the food you are eating. Be sure to eat well and acknowledge any unhealthy eating patterns you may have developed to self-nurture and comfort. All of this dedication and self-love will pay off in marvelous ways. You will radiate so much good, shining well-being that you will draw to you like-minded people who support this journey and attract more vitality, good fortune, and love. So this is a warning for a lot of you that it's time to change your ways. It's time to stop eating unhealthy. We're going into a new decade here. releasing the old. You got to get rid of that stuff. You got to like take your health and your body and just, your body is a temple. It is a sacred gift. Okay. It is the thing that contains your soul. It's your meat suit. Okay. Time to treat that meat suit with some respect and to really change up your diet and really watch what you're eating, because what you eat, you become. It shows in your face. And I mean, it's no joke. If you go and you look at people who are unhealthy, they completely switch their habits. They start working out. They start eating right. They literally glow and they look way younger. They you can tell by looking in their eyes. Their eyes are more sparkly and stuff. It's very evident. So this is a warning that that's what you need to do. And there's dragonflies all in this.
And it's interesting that that's the message here, because there are multiple other cards here that are going to be referencing that. Because the Ace of Pentacles here and the Bear is, because I'm more familiar with this card, is really about shaking off the lethargy, shaking up and getting movement back, coming out of a time of hibernation and finally stepping out. It's interesting because we also have, with the Forgiveness card here, redemption, rebirth, and regeneration. The Ace of Pentacles, I feel like with this one, I think it's interesting because these particular cards have like a little saying at the beginning, and this one is, if your vision is clear, the world will provide what you seek, but rewards are not for the tardy, the dim-witted, or the meek. So I feel like for some of you, when it comes to your psychic abilities, you could have a very strong third sight or like psychic sight abilities, clairvoyance. But it's like, in order to gain that, to, train it, to strengthen it, you have to put in the work. That is what all of this is about. And even here with the Phoenix, it's like, that is the rebirth. It's the regeneration. You have to put the work in.
And it's like, think of yourself as like, this is going to sound kind of cheesy maybe, but like a spiritual warrior. Okay. Warriors treat their body, it's their weapon. Okay. It's their shell. It's what protects their insides. So they learn, they train it, they feed it correctly and stuff like that. You really, I feel like if you want to tap into your abilities, you really have to, your body is a major key, I feel like here.
Yeah.
And how you're treating yourself and what nutrients and how you're feeding it. Because this card right here is talking about, you want to go somewhere or do something. You have convinced yourself that all is well. This choice will definitely further your goals and take you in a direction you wish to go. At the very most, you think it won't lead you too far astray. You say there's nothing overtly wrong with what you are considering. Besides, you really, really want to. Take a hint from the late moth, which is right here, because it's over the flame. Don't go there. Whatever it is, however tempting, it is not going to be good for you in the long run. Whatever it is, may seem small, but this is no normal little temptation. This has the potential to take you off your course and in a direction that you really don't want to go. So perhaps some of you are being tempted by unhealthy habits, an unhealthy relationship, unhealthy friendships, unhealthy family relations, or whatever. Don't go there.
It's like the huge message here, I think, is going to be about discipline.
Yep.
For you guys, completely. You have to have a practice. You have to be grounded. Because, again, the Ace of Pentacles is here. There's a lot of earth energy, I feel like, here. So it's all about getting grounded and getting stable and staying disciplined. And it's interesting how my twin was talking about a spiritual warrior. And I think that's kind of interesting with the Bear here, because it's talking about waking from spiritual slumber. So you guys have been sleeping on your abilities for a long time, and you haven't been putting in the work.
Holy shit.
So now it's like time to wake up, get out again of hibernation, beginning anew. And so after a long night, the Bear arises from deep slumber. At first, the movement and effort are difficult. Just like how it's going to be difficult to change the bad patterns or the bad eating habits, whatever, that you're still attached to. It's going to be hard. But if you put in the work, it's going to be worth it completely. So, but the Bear knows it's time to awaken and move toward the dawning light. The Bear card represents an individual on the cusp of new directions and personal transformation. The initial weeks and months of this spiritual guest may feel tricky, cumbersome, and full of obstacles, but you have no choice. winter wanes and the warmth of spring emerges and your transformation begins. So when this is in balance, it's talking about inner strength and yearning to grow. When it's out of balance, you withdraw, lethargy, and heaviness. How to bring it back into balance is through movement and exercise.
Holy shit. So you're getting this, and look at this, you guys. This card, number 16, forgiveness, redemption, rebirth, regeneration. And literally, this is the forest green color ray, which is also your heart chakra. And I'm seeing a lot of blues and greens and purples. So it's all these upper chakras that is, I feel like you have a lot of abilities in those sectors, but everything has to be copacetic in order to really tap into them. So the celestial interpretation is forgiveness resonates to rejuvenation and renewal of all levels of light. It attunes to the very lifeblood of creation. This sacred ray infuses restoration and healing, and it is aligned with the revival of all core levels of one's physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies. It represents the very essence of Mother Earth and her therapeutic powers of rebirth and endless regeneration. You are always embraced and forgiven by Mother Earth's generosity. And then another interpretation is you may require a time of rest, relaxation, and rejuvenation. Reevaluate your life and all that has transpired, as changes will be forthcoming. Know that taking this time out is necessary and all will be well. It is also a time of forgiveness. Forgive yourself and also forgive others so you can progress forward with a fresh outlook. You may be needing a release before the new energies can come forth in your life. And this is what we're doing. We're releasing the old decade and we're coming into the new. Gaia Stone and Chrysoberyl are these stones for this.
Chrysoberyl?
Yeah.
So again, I
Sounds
feel
like Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, it does. I feel like for some of you, it's like it's going to be like a multi-step process in order to strengthen your psychic abilities to connect with them. It's First, it starts with your physical body. Once you get that into a healthy state and it's well balanced, you found that discipline, it's going to like activate the next step. Which the next step could be, the emotional one or the mental one or however.
When you are physically like doing a transformation with your body where you're eating healthier and you're exercising and stuff like that, it's kind of comes with the territory that the mental stuff is going to catch up with it at the same time as well. Because literally you shift your mindset when this happens because you physically see your body changing in the mirror every day. And it does affect that mental state as well. It will give you more confidence and positivity. It makes you feel good about yourself,
And so with the unicorn present, this is talking about reconnecting to higher wisdom or divinity.
Wow.
It's difficult to see, hear, or think of a unicorn without immediately questioning if it's real. Did they ever exist? Perhaps long, long ago. The mind answers maybe, or it could be, or no way. This very contemplation explains our relationship with divinity and encapsulates our wavering belief in the unicorn. We wonder what divinity is. We wonder where our intuition comes from and if we can really trust it. So I feel like a lot of you are questioning, you double question your intuition, you doubt it. It's like your intuition tells you something, but then you're like, oh no, that's no.
Don't do that.
And then it bites you in the butt in the long run. So it's like you need to learn to, again, trust yourself, forgive yourself, and just go with it. So we think about a higher power and our mind hesitates between yes, no, and maybe. Is it male or female? Does it have a name? Is it just a feeling? The unicorn card appears and wakes us up to curiosity about the higher self and the divine. It is a card of questioning, exploring, and contemplating the inexplicable. The mind's eye knows where there is something beyond our day-to-day lives, a deeper dimension to our experiences. The mind's eye reaches and reaches and reaches out to grasp something more. You are the unicorn, and you have begun your quest for the answers. So again, you guys are, your abilities want to reach out and connect you to the higher stream of consciousness, to the universe, to the divine. But you guys, I feel like, are fighting against it.
Did you do this one?
No, I have not done that one yet.
I'm just looking at this and I'm feeling that, yes, definitely you need to get in contact with your shadow side and you need to delve deep into,
oh my God.
Oh my God. You got you have two 16 cards. which, add up to 7 as well. So 7 could be an important number. 2, 24, 6, 27. So definitely, I feel like I'm getting off this that, connecting to your dark side, working with your shadow self, really getting to the nitty gritty and figuring out why you got into a situation, why you want to change. What is it that you want to fix? What are your goals?
Why do you want to connect to your psychic abilities?
Yeah, what is the reason? Why do you want to know? Why did you even click on this video? Okay? You need to start asking yourself these questions because it's going to help you to get to know your deep self, connect to your intuition. It's going to help you to bond with your shadow self, your shadow side, forgive it so that you can,
And it's interesting. The bear talks about new beginnings, and then this is the Ace of Pentacles, which is all the aces in the tarot are new beginnings.
I mean, this is one of the best freaking cards you can get in the tarot deck. This is a very fortunate card to get.
And it's so funny. I don't know why I was like pointing that out. The Deep Dark Sea Mermaid literally says, new discoveries are about your own capabilities are happening now.
Yep.
The energy you send and receive becomes known to you. You see the relationship between what you feel, send, and create in your own life. It all becomes clear. Where once it was frightening, now you can see the beauty of this responsibility, a radical truth. You are responsible.
Yes.
You may be interested in energy sources in scientific breakthroughs. Wise wizards like Nikola Tesla and Albert Einstein and their theories may appeal to you at this time. You will consider ancient technologies that have long lain dormant.
Wow.
You will explore the Earth's energy grid and the power that can be held, and that can flow through deep waters. Deliberately obscured origins of ancient secrets will be coming to light. Wireless power and communication, telepathy, underwater archaeology, and the discovery of ancient places, secrets held beneath the waters of the world and beneath the waters of your psyche. The source of your emotions will become clear.
It talked about finding your truth.
Yep.
Too. So yeah, speaking and finding your truth is really important. And it did mention telepathy. So that could be
one of your gifts that you can engage and unlock.
Yeah. And with every kind of ability, human beings definitely have the ability, for extrasensory perception. We can remote view. We all have this ability for reals. No joke. It just requires training, like you train your muscles. I've mentioned it before. I think it was in the podcast about the ESP Trainer app that you can get to practice that and really read through the directions on that because I don't think a lot of people do and how you're supposed to use it. So definitely tap into that.
And it's really interesting with the cauldron being here with containment. It's talking about there is important information missing. Someone is hiding something from you. Don't make your move until you have all the details. Harness and nurture your natural gifts. The world is not ready for what you have to offer. Wait until the time is right. So what I feel like with that message is that there's information that you're hiding from yourself. Like you're hiding from the truth. You know what it is you need to...
Sorry, guys.
See, there's confirmation right there.
Especially considering it said 321 on my phone. Okay, look that number up.
So yes, it's like there's information that you're hiding from yourself because it stems from your shadow self. You need to come to terms with it and admit to yourself that you might have a problem, that you might be stuck in a bad pattern, that you might be abusing your own body by not making smarter, healthy choices. It's like all of these things, you already know what it is you're meant to be doing, how to engage with your abilities, but you are kind of just falling into a pattern where again, it goes back to the Ace of Pentacles. It's not, what you need to do is not for the meek. It's not for the dim-witted. So stop acting like you are. I feel like is kind of the message here. I know that might sound a bit tough love, but that's just what the energy of this pile is kind of about. So again, it's talking about you have a lot of natural gifts and abilities that are just naturally a part of you, but you have to nurture them. You have to harness them. You have to give them the space to grow. And in order to give them the space to grow, you have to get rid of all the bullshit you're holding on to, I feel like is coming through here. So with that, let's also go ahead and talk about what we have here with the literally magical powers. I weave and clear, I cast and know, magic secrets to me now so. And then you have a show, yeah. So, show.
Maybe you're really good at sewing.
And then we have abundance, goddess of abundance, divine, let me thrive, let fortune be mine. Again, you guys could be very strong manifestors and create a lot of abundance for yourself, especially with the Ace of Pentacles. I mean, that totally lines up. But again, you have to put in the work to have that happen.
Rub some of that magic over on me, baby.
So with this abundance, you know, you have realized that simply surviving is not sufficient or worthy enough. You are going to activate the source of abundance within you and connect to that flow and to that energy. You are now willing to take a bold and courageous action to manifest on the physical level more than enough health, money, love, food, and wonderful energies, abundant joy and well-being, but most of all, plenty. This is such a contrast to the needy energy you have personally experienced and are ready to change.
Wow.
So be thankful, be grateful, and be aware that by casting this spell, you are creating abundance, and this will help so many more people and beings apart from yourself. There is plenty for everyone in this world, wonderful world. It's time for you to connect to this source of plenty and abundance.
Okay, I have to add this. I keep looking at this. It's driving me crazy. I have to say it. It's been going through my head, and I literally just got chills, and now I'm totally smiling. When I saw this, I think of Meg.
I know. I always think of
Meg in Supernatural calling Castiel her unicorn. So I feel like you are somebody's fucking unicorn. I love this energy. I think it's fucking awesome.
This energy always makes me happy.
Oh my God. I'm like, will you be my unicorn?
So let me go ahead and show on screen this abundance spell for you guys. If you would like to take part in that. Ooh, it involves Earl Grey tea. I like this spell.
Yeah.
And there's the other side of it as well.
My ears are totally ringing.
I know.
What? You're too?
They were going off.
Oh my God, you
times.
guys! This.
It's also interesting that it's talking. The goddess involved with this is Lakish. God, don't let me butcher the name. Lakishmi. I can't say the word.
Where? Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah. So that might be a goddess for you guys to engage with. In that regards,
I feel like there's some powerful people watching this, like they have like some pretty cool abilities because we both had the tingly ears and all that kind of stuff. And I'm shit-eating grin over here.
So speaking of that, with the magical powers, it's talking about you may wish to hurry along and the impact of your spells, and perhaps you are finding it hard to move out of the everyday. You may wish to empower your spells and reawaken to the wonder of the natural magic all about you and deep within you. Again, that message has come out more than once now that you guys have very much natural magical abilities that you were born with.
I feel like specifically there's somebody out there watching this video who's a fucking hottie. I don't know why that just came up. The message was coming in strong. Sorry, gotta say it.
So fear not, this spell will reopen your intuitive receptors and you will be resensitized to the magical abundant universe through which your spells will grow in power. So literally this is talking about reawakening your magical abilities. So here is this particular spell right here. So go ahead, pause this, take a screenshot, whatever it is you need to do, make notes if you want to engage with this.
Go. There was like an eyelash on it or something. Wow. I don't know where it went. It's magical.
So with that said,
this was awesome. I like this pile. I know that people have some work to do here, but you guys are fucking awesome. Okay.
You have so much potential. It's not even funny.
I mean, shit.
Like that's just a major thing that I'm getting here. It's just like kind of like sleeping on your potential.
Yeah, get off your butt and get moving.
Yeah, literally. That's literally what some of your advice is.
You have a fine butt.
So with that said, if this reading resonated for you, please do leave a like on this video, comment down below how it resonated, what you thought about it. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notification if you do not want to miss any future videos. If you would like to help and support the channel in any way, I have links to my Instagram, Ko-fi, Patreon, all that good stuff. And if you would like to, book a private reading with me or me and my Pisces twin, all that info is always down in the description box. So thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.
Bye.
All right, for those of you who picked pile 3 with this double moon cat.
You mean triple moon?
Triple moon, words. And the smoky quartz. This is going to be your reading. And please do remember, if you hear more than one voice, that's because I'm joined by my Pisces twin.
Hello.
So let's go ahead and lay out your cards. So we have the Fairy Norn with planning, patience, and cooperation.
A unicorn again. Are you
Interesting.
shitting me?
We also have Tattered Dreams. Ugh. Yikes.
It's the Weaver.
You guys are also a special group because you got 3 tarot cards. So we have the 10 of Pentacles.
Which is not a bad card.
We also have the Ace of Cups.
Whoa.
And we have the Hierophant. We also have, we have the Lord God with the masculine.
Wow.
We also have Exploration with boldness, unknown, and limitless. We also have the Sacred Beetle Armor. You have a Mighty Shield. We have Scorpion.
Oh my God.
Talk about armor.
Oh my God.
You guys are a group who got a lot of extra messages here. So we have the Sea Serpent and we have the Bee. And finally, we have Destiny and we have Health.
Holy shit. I'm going to tell you right off the bat what I'm getting off this, like right now. I feel like some of you have definitely had your heart broken. You're going through some freaking issues with that. And you're feeling the sting because we have a Scorpion and we have a Bee. I feel like either you have, whenever I see this card, I'm telling you immediately, I think of really amazing eyes, like especially if they're blue.
Her eyes are blue.
Yeah. I feel like that there's somebody, either you or the other person, or there's somebody coming in who has incredibly intense eyes. Could be a Scorpio.
I definitely feel like for you guys, I agree with my twin that something has occurred with the Tattered Dreams, and I feel like that's kind of related to this Destiny card as well. Like you went through a major shattering of something, whether it was a dream or it was a romance of some sort. And that has made you very guarded. You've had shields up. And because that's part of the problem. It's like in order to engage with your particular set of abilities, you have to be an open channel. If you have a wall up within yourself, you won't be able to engage with anything else. And that includes, people, relationships, and your abilities in engagement with the divine. Because you guys might be channelers. Natural channelers.
I definitely feel like if this is for, these readings are general, so it doesn't matter if you're a male or a female, okay? But I am honing in on a specific select group that are definitely female here who are hurt by a friggin' man, and you're having some bitter feelings towards men in general. And this is a sign that it's time to heal that and let that shit go. Because just because there's one shitty guy out there doesn't mean that all guys are bad. And believe me, I've been there. I know how that feels, where you're just like super pissed and men suck. You know what I mean? But you can't think that way because there are some gems out there, let me tell you. And, I feel that this is an aspect for this select few of you who you guys need to really work on healing that, okay? And I don't blame you for being pissed off. I also get that there are some freaking men out there who are going through the same exact issue as well in reverse. And you need to open up and trust, okay? Trust in yourself, trust in the universe, and realize there are females you can trust, okay?
I feel like when it comes to your particular abilities, it's a legacy. I feel like there's probably been more than one person in your family or your ancestry that's had similar abilities, especially with something like the 10 of Pentacles being present here, because it's all about, that legacy. It's about pride. Don't be too prideful about things. With the Ace of Cups, this is about opening up your heart again, knowing that your cup is never going to be empty. It's always going to be full. You get over and learning how to manage your overwhelming emotions, because you guys, this could potentially be another group that has some empaths in it, or, you know, it's new relationships. And also with the Hierophant, it's talking about social contracts. So it's like you guys need to be more compassionate with yourself and heal any wounds you have in the heart space.
Look, horns, horns, horns. That's interesting. Yeah, a lot of horns.
The Hierophant is also talking about group identification. So I almost feel like maybe there was a situation where you lost your identity because of a group, or this is a message that a way for you to engage and really learn more about your abilities is to join a group, maybe join a coven or something, you know, something where you're going to find like-minded people. I feel like for you guys, it's more so a message about you need to be more open to other connections with people.
Because I feel like for a lot of you, you've got this like battle armor up. Because I mean, this mentions armor, and then I'm seeing all these horns. Like, you know, it reminds me of like.
You're very standoffish.
It reminds me of, I'm getting, you know, it's like Taurus. I get Capricorn, I get Aries. But I also get Mars energy, like hardcore right here, because you're like fucking pissed and ready for battle. You know, you're putting up these shields. And because you're so automatically jumping to conclusions about that somebody's going to get you or somebody's out to hurt you, you're kind of off-putting that way, and it's making it so it's difficult for new energies and a new relationship or new loves or whatever to come in. It's also blocking your abilities.
And it's interesting because this is talking about like groups, social contracts, social groups, and you have the bee. Bees are social animals.
Okay,
cooperation.
And that's so weird because look at this card. It says planning, patience, and cooperation. You know, it's time to be careful, precise, and considered about what you do and what you say. It is a time to share wisely, to look around very carefully, and to consider what patterns of your life will be going forward. It is time to do small and very precise things each day that will increase the stability in your world. It is time for the everyday to be cared for, observed, and known, and for all the loose ends of life to be tied up neatly one by one. There is clutter and some chaos about you. There is no blame in that. The fairy Norn knows for all lives, when lived well, hold such things. But your job now is to begin to tidy up your life, to shape it, and to make it into a form that is more contained, more organized, and somehow, for all of this control, more free. For when you introduce the order, the chaos can no longer eat away at precious reserves of time, emotions. Emotions are not squandered in the petty dramas that humans love to dally with, and you know what must be done carefully, precisely, and with clear intent to bring the next shape into your life. Do this and watch your fate simultaneously reveal and transform itself. Wow.
Fascinating. And then with that sacred beetle armor, talking about that, for a brief time, you are about to receive an intervention in the form of strong psychic protection.
Whoa.
You have been feeling raw and sensitive, as though several layers of your skin have been peeled back, your nerves exposed. But now you have a mighty protector stepping in and spreading her wings before you, around you, above and behind you. And you will feel the arrows of criticism and malice bouncing off your armor. You must now quickly set in place strong, clear, healthy boundaries. Relish the opportunity to say no, calmly walk away from energy draining distractions, and learn to nurture and support your own energy fields with daily practice.
Wow, talk about those little things, right?
This is an open window of opportunity to do something you felt you dared not do.
Holy shit.
And then you have this card right here.
Oh my God.
And you know, because you now are shielded and no harm will come to you at this time. Every moment you must learn and then go on stronger and healthier, creating a better, safer, more vital environment for yourself and for others.
Wow.
So have some boldness.
So in this tattered dreams right here, it's talking about something that you believed in and counted on has unraveled. A belief has ceased to be true for you anymore. A person has proven false. An outcome has fallen far short of expectation. Whatever has happened, it has had reverberating effects on your world, in your world. It is as if the foundation has been shaken and everything on it has fallen. It's a tower moment, you guys. It is unspeakably distressing, but it has happened nonetheless. It is fortunate, though, that the wheels that create dreams do keep spinning in spite of tragedies. And the same energy that may destroy something can also provide the energy to rebuild. And in the midst of tattered dreams, there is always a butterfly that will give you hope if you only can see it.
I feel like for a lot of you, because I'm just looking at the imagery of the tattered dreams, it's like you guys might have been in a situation where it's like you were with a person who was like the Prince Charming, who like you thought was going to come and rescue you. Like it's making me think of Sleeping Beauty. Okay, that's why it's making me think that. And you wake up from the dream and realize things are just not how they seemed.
Probably because you were projecting.
Yeah, that's a big thing. And really, it's so funny because it's like so many of these cards are referencing your emotions. Your emotions are very, very strong because with the Lord God, it's talking about your emotions have influenced you. Logic needs to be used at this time. Do not accept the first offer that's presented. Draw strength from past experiences. This situation calls for you to be rational. Being highly driven and competitive serves you well right now. Be a rebel. So again, you guys have to be very aware and not let your emotions run away with you and like create this fantasy that you rely on too much.
Oh my God. This pile was the smoky quartz, right?
Yes.
Holy shit. Okay, so listen to this, you guys. So this one right here, this card, number 15, boldness, unknown, limitless. The celestial interpretation for this one is exploration resonates to that of mystery and exploration. This magical ray, which is the deep magenta white color ray, engages the soul's desire for experiencing new states of being. It helps the soul pursue unrealized dreams and goals, activates innovative ideas and inventions, and initiates the soul's motivational purpose. The number of mystical and fantastical doorways and portals in deep space stretch the imagination to new limits. This mind-bending ray helps with the expansion of the mind, body, and soul to assimilate with the vast unknowns that integrate the sense of adventure within our hearts. Do not limit your thinking right now. You must be willing to be open to new experiences as the sky is the limit for you right now. Unexpected situations and new discoveries may occur soon, so be ready. Although the unknown may be scary, it will lead you to greater good. Trust in moving forward. I feel like a lot of you have the ability to astral project. And also, companion crystals, smoky quartz, and sugilite. So there you go. That's kind of a trick because that card.
You guys really need to work with smoky quartz.
Yeah.
Because again, it's all smoky quartz is a detoxifying crystal. It's also a protection grounding stone. So these are things that you guys need to work on. I feel like you have a lot of like you're a group that is closer to activating. I feel like your psychic abilities in a certain way, but it's more so like getting over whatever it was that shook you up. Once you can get over that one thing, your abilities will be back on track, I feel like is the kind of the message here. So let's go ahead and dive into these animal particular cards that we got, starting off with the bee. So bee is earnest, hardworking, and democratic. The bee personality is a delight to be around, especially when there's a team project on the horizon. Bees love to work steadily and thoughtfully until the final task is complete. They are sensitive creatures aware of many subtleties at once. Since they're artists at heart, they usually add creative details to the overall vision. For the most part, they have bustling, joyous personalities until they're too tired from all the work. Then they gripe and then they sting. So when in balance, it's content, active, and vibrant. When it's out of balance, overworked and annoyed. How to bring it back into balance is through a mini vacation.
Ooh.
And then we have the scorpion, which is a fire element here. And it has to do with passionate, competitive, tends towards isolation. See, that's what you guys need to avoid, I feel like, is isolation. You need to be more like the bee and be more cooperative and like in a group setting.
Well, yeah, it's this cooperation right here, too.
So the scorpion is a passionate and determined creature. Their career is very important to them, as are a few select friends. Sometimes the scorpion's heart festers and they focus on unresolved event from the past, usually a situation where they were left feeling burned.
Oh, there you go.
The scorpion card says it's time to come clean about your feelings so everyone can heal and you can get back to your usually fiery but fun self. Again, so much of this is talking about your emotions. You need to clear out and balance your emotions, and that will help to activate your psychic abilities. So when this scorpion is in balance, it's talking about wild and free, fierce. When out of balance, it's jealous, resentful, and unresolved. How to bring it back into balance is through honesty and forgiveness. And finally, we have the sea serpent, which is all about healing emotional wounds.
Holy shit, you guys.
Expressing desires.
Oh my God.
The sea serpent represents the energy of expression, whether it's emotions, creativity, sensuality, or desire. The sea serpent helps us move and direct our energy into a healthy current. When the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves creatively and sexually without fear or shame. We know what we desire most. Our hearts are at ease and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. We loosen the grip of self-judgment and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. When the energy of the sea serpent is not yet activated, our emotions and creativity are left in the muddy waters. The current of expression stagnates in some areas of our lives, and in other places it floods. It's important to remember, no matter what the waters of our emotion looks like, the sea serpent loves us just the same. Like a mother, she wraps herself around us in a gesture of protection. She supports us as we learn to express our true natures. I feel like you guys are a group who have a lot of spirit guides around you, or angels, who are protecting you. And so it's like they're trying to help you to get over this emotional wound that you're holding on to and get your cup flowing again. The waters are stagnant, so you need to get them flowing again. And that will help to, again, get your psychic abilities flowing.
I also felt, because you were mentioning sexuality and
Yes.
sensuality, I feel like perhaps for a select group of you, that there was somebody in your life, or there's somebody in your life who's making you feel bad about the fact that you have a heightened sensuality or sexuality. And if you have undergone any kind of spiritual transformation, many of the females especially, I've talked to a few males about this as well, where right now it's like, we've gone through this spiritual transformation, and all of a sudden it's like the Kundalini energy is just off the hook, and it's like our libidos are just like, you know, through the roof. And there are some people in our lives, you know, who might not be on the same pace and on the same level as that. So they're kind of like freaked out by it, or they reject it, or they make you feel bad about it. Don't let this, you know, happen. It's either you got to work through it and be patient and try to work with that person, or else maybe it's just the end of that kind of relationship with that person at this time. Shit happens, you know. We are going into a new decade. It is a new time, and you know, you should never ever be made to feel bad about expressing your sensuality, especially if you're a woman. Okay?
Agreed.
It's bullshit, and it's not fair. It's sexist, and it's just archaic for people to make women feel this way.
Yep.
All right? Because we are very sexual beings. We're very sensuous, sensual, loving type people, and we really crave that connection with a significant other. And we desire being desired. So reciprocate, please.
With that said, we have this destiny card over here, which says, all that I shall need to know as I walk shall now be shown.
Wow.
So this is, if you've chosen this spell for yourself, you could be at a crossroads in your life.
Holy shit, what did I just say?
Struggling to understand what is taking place and why. This spell will bring some clarity and also help you to accept the path which you are walking. It may bring more confidence to your decision making and help you to understand what you are creating within your life in this lifetime. This spell will help you clarify where you are going, why you're headed there, and reveal signs that will help you as you walk your life path. So I'm going to go ahead and show on screen the spell to do in regards to this particular card. So go ahead, pause this, take a screenshot, whatever it is you need to do. There is a second page, so I'm going to go ahead and flip it in just a second. So here is the second page of the spell. So again, make notes, screenshot, whatever it is you need to do if you want to engage with this destiny card. And again, it might help you with your particular abilities. So, and then of course we have health as your final card here. And so it is all about, if this spell has chosen you, You may already know that help is available, so choose to cast with an open heart and mind and be amazed at the health and vitality this magic will bring. The universe loves you and wishes to support you, so allow it to bring healthy energy to you and those you care about through this beautiful spell. So again, this is about, you're gently reminded that you can help yourself or a person you feel concerned for. Please put any fear you feel aside and cast for yourself or on behalf of this other person. It is always best to seek their consent first, however. If this is not possible, you may simply work this energetic magic on their behalf, asking for the highest good of all concerned. So this is about improving your health. Mother Earth sweet, Mother Earth bright, bring to me your health and might. So let me go ahead and show this particular spell on screen. So it starts down here, and then it completes itself over here on this page. So again, take as much time as you need, pause this, screenshot it, whatever you need to do if you would like to engage with this particular health spell. So with that,
it's interesting because health has come up a lot, and a lot of earth energy has come up
in
every single reading that I've done lately. And
getting grounded, getting balanced.
Yep.
And I think it was interesting, for all the piles, there's always been a mythical creature present.
It's because of the new decade and what we're going into. I really feel that. I feel that everybody's concentrating on this. I think it's kind of cool, actually, because as the collective, we are all focused on positive things for 2020. I have not come across anybody who's being a dickbag and thinking rude thoughts or negative thoughts, which is good.
It is good.
It's fucking awesome. Thank God. It's like we need to keep thinking that way as a group. We have to keep doing that because it will shift the consciousness of the friggin' planet.
I feel like also for you guys, for your particular being attracted to this group, for some of you had a bad issue with a masculine in your life. You need to heal that, but also a lot of you need to heal your divine masculine aspect within yourself.
Definitely.
Which is totally that Hierophant energy as well, because that's the more grounded, practical, action-based, rational element is usually related to the masculine in itself anyway.
Find out where your Venus and your Mars placements are in your chart too. That came up. What's really kind of fascinating with my chart right now is I have both in the same exact house in the same exact sign right now.
For a progressed chart.
Yeah. So it's like, wow, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So, pretty freaking fascinating stuff.
So with that said, I think that is everything we're seeing here in your cards. If this reading resonated, please do leave a like on this video. Comment down below what you thought about it. Make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notification if you do not want to miss any future videos. And of course, if you'd like to help and support the channel anyway, there's going to be links to my Instagram, Patreon, Ko-fi, all of that good stuff. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me or me and my Pisces twin, that info is also always down in the description box. So thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.